if you have a partner with whom you're very happy, wave them. Ah, it's Valentine's week, which sadly you have not got. I find this very difficult to believe.
Well, it's the truth.
Why you launched this manhunt?
Well, I came back to England after 11 years absence, and I was used to being married. I had always had lots of boyfriends. And I thought, well, what do I do? Do I sit at home and wait for the doorbell to go, or do I go out and look for one? So I thought, well, I better go out and find one. So I tried personal columns, dating agencies, marriage bureaus, and here I am.
You got nowhere? No. I mean, there is the old adage that there could be a few offers tonight. Well, there is the old adage that if you're looking for a man, you can never find one. It's when you're not looking for one that one pops up.
It's true. I mean,
I'm very sorry about the quality of this audience. It's the balloons. Do continue. Whoops.
Late at night, too?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's true. I mean, I can be sitting in a wine bar and there he is. Or, as in my book I've said, I was in Monte Carlo and there he was. So, yes, it's when you're not looking, but on the other hand, what do you do for 3 years? I mean, you have to force the issue.
I mean, there is, let's be serious for 1 minute, there is a real problem, isn't there, that women of our ages, if you are single, where do you go to get a man?
Well, you try every way you can. I mean, you ask your friends. You say to them, you know, you're having a dinner party, or, you know, that friend that you talked about, could you sort of fix me up? And they never do. You go down to a wine bar, and you try that, and you sit there like a bump on a log, looking like an idiot, feeling even worse, and then you don't meet them.
But aren't you going to get a man on the rebound? I mean, isn't the age around 30, all the ones that got married early, suddenly they're into the divorces, and there's all these men around. I mean,
well, that's the other thing. I mean, you get a letter, and this is if you go to the personal columns, and he'll say, I'm divorced and I've got a child age 1, 2 and 3, and you suddenly think to yourself, well, if I was a wife and I had a child 1, 2 and 3, why did this woman leave him? And then if they're not married by the time they're 35, you sort of think, there's an old saying about that. So,
just a minute, my husband, when I married, he was 36, so be careful.
Oh, well, it's 1 year.
And he'd been a bachelor.
You know, you make exceptions.
You're being nice now.
It's close, but...
No, you've not been lucky. We've established that fact. But within our audience, where's Carol? Carol and Clive. Now, when you two have experienced love at first sight, tell us what happened.
We met at college, and as soon as I seen him, I just knew he was the person for me.
Oh, and what about you, Clive? Why not? Was it not love at first sight for you?
I was too busy looking around, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I suppose it was.
I suppose it was. Oh, never mind. But there is a serious point here, because, I mean, you've been very ill, Clive, and for you, you are disabled, and it is a problem for people who are very sick or disabled. They can't get out, they can't make all the social contacts. Do you think that you could have ever used an advertising agency of some description, dating agency?
No.
No.
No? You were quite happy?
Yeah. I think to meet somebody sort of by chance is a lot better than putting your name into a computer, really.
Marie Thompson, you met somebody by chance, didn't you? Tell us what happened. This is a sad story, I might add.
Well, I met him on the way to work a couple of mornings, and he asked me to go out. Well, my friend arranged it to go out with him, me to go out with him, and we went out for a meal and we had a drink and all that. And he asked to marry me, and I thought he was joking, and I sort of left it. He asked me to marry him at the mill, over the mill. So it was love at first sight, like these two.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know whether you proposed as quickly as that. I mean, how quick are we talking about? Quite quick.
Yeah.
Quite quick, but sadly it hasn't worked out.
No.
Because you've got to tell everybody what happened. You booked the church.
We booked church.
He gave you £1,000 for the dress.
Yeah, we bought the dresses.
And then what happened?
Well, we broke up.
He changed his mind. Do you think you'll ever go for love at first sight again?
No.
No, I'm not surprised. That is true. Richard LaBelle, now you advertised. What did you do?
I work in a very male-oriented business, and I used to go to the wine bar, and to be honest, I just was looking for a leg over. I mean, that's the nicest way I can put it. I advertised My wife answered. We've been together almost 11 years, and I'm happier now than I've ever been in my life.
I thought, should I ask him, were you looking to get wedded or bedded? And he's obviously only the answer. But I mean, for you it worked. And for your good lady wife it worked as well. I mean, how did you feel about answering this
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. My flatmate made me do it.
Her flatmate actually addressed the envelope. Claire wrote the letter and then got cold feet, and her flatmate sent the letter, and she didn't actually sign it. She signed it a Perceptive Piscean. And I had to call up like a dummy on the phone and say, excuse me, please, is someone there by the name of Perceptive Piscean?
A happy story there, but amongst the audience, I know there are some people who've had very bad experiences through these dating agencies. Tell me about this lady in the purple dress. You may have been wondering throughout the programme what she was doing here. She's now going to explain.
It was absolute disaster. I signed with a dating agency and it said millionaire or doctor or dentist, and me being an ex-nurse, I thought, well, why shouldn't I meet a doctor or a dentist? And the woman had the audacity to say that, oh, because your status isn't financially up to his, a doctor wouldn't possibly want to meet you. I said, right, I'm going to take you to the News of the World. And the chap then answered on the other line and said, you, madam, are small-minded. I said, me, watch me. I'll be in the News of the World the next day. They brought me down, they glammed me up, and I was in. And I'm still fighting them now. I even wrote letters of complaints. They said they got letters in the post, everything. And then the News of the World had the audacity to say that I even met this randy Pakistani. I mean, please don't tell the wife and all this kind of things.
Not too sure about that one, but I know some other people have had problems, haven't they? You've had some problems with the dating agency.
Not really problems, no, not really problems. I'm disappointed.
Yeah?
But then I thought I was special and someone special would come along, but it's not so. Dating agencies are not so. They can tell you the height and certain factors, their job, etc. And they can say professional. Well, what's professional? A clerk or a barrister, you know?
Has anybody had that experience who's used a dating agency when somebody said, I'm 6 foot tall, and they've turned out to be about 4'2"?
Yes, the scuba diver. Jesus Christ, he came up to me navel. And they said he was 6'4", you know, hunky chest, medallion man. The bloody bloke, I mean, they said he was a salvage diver for the Titanic. In other words, he was salvaging in the canal.
Do you know, I think you'd terrify me if I came on a blind. Yes, please.
Could I ask you what you did to check the agency out before you joined it?
Yeah. Ah, now you're being asked a serious question here.
Could I ask you what you did to check the agency out before you joined it?
Well, obviously there was reputable lads as far as I knew, but obviously I've learnt my lesson now. I mean, I've tried to endeavour to try other agencies, but I'm frightened of them
Well,
now.
I belong to an association, the Association of British Introduction Agencies, and we have a strict code of conduct which forbids us from putting in glamorous ads to attract people. You know, sort of thing. And if you joined an agency that belonged to our code of conduct, we would have been able to do something on your behalf.
Lady over here.
Well, I hope you
can. Lady over here with the blonde hair.
Yes, I believe her name is Fiona, am I right?
Yeah.
Fiona.
Oh, there we go, we got the
No,
opposition.
hello, Fiona. No, hello. I want to ask you a question, Fiona. Did they interview you?
No, they didn't.
How did you feel about that?
A bit strange. Are you from Country Partners, by
Yes.
the way? Oh, you have interviewed
Yes,
me.
but we
Well done. I know my homework.
That's right.
Right, well, we don't really want to get into all of this, actually. Country Partners is a very interesting organisation. Now, what you do is that you have men on your books who are rich farmers, basically. How do you go about operating?
Not all of them are rich farmers. They are farmers, full stop. They are all sorts of farmers. They are working farmers. We have a few wealthy farmers on our books, yes. We deal basically with people who are in isolated areas and they cannot meet people. We're talking about people in North Wales, Shropshire, rural places. No way of meeting anybody.
This could be your answer, Colette.
Possibly. I was actually quite interested. Isn't there perhaps a distance problem?
Yes. Lots of our clients complain about the distance problem. But surely when you've met someone and there's something between you, the distance becomes no object.
Indeed, but it's that initial meeting. I
Yes.
mean, if somebody calls me out from Scotland and sort of says, I'll meet you halfway, we're talking a long way to go.
You are
Dr.
talking about a
David
long way to go.
Benton, you're a psychologist. What do you make of all this? I mean, is it you can find the perfect partner through love at first sight or dating agencies or what?
Well, I think certainly, first first sight is important. I think on initial meeting, physical attractiveness is undoubtedly a predominant factor.
Unfortunately,
yeah, unfortunately, as you said there, and it's perhaps a shame that in fact other factors don't seem to overcome this initially.
But it doesn't have to be told
beyond this stage, then the matter is one of similarity of interest, background, and things of this nature. And I believe that's the sort of principle on which dating...
Lady over there in the spotty dress, yes.
I'm from Millennium International, and we actually check people out very carefully. We have a psychologist interview, we have a graphologist analysing the handwriting, we do a background search, we require them to give us a medical certificate, and I interview them in the end and read the reports back.
Yeah, you also charged, was it £2,300?
Yes, but that isn't so bad.
Colette,
no, it isn't.
This woman is the expert. Go on, Colette, yes.
No, it isn't. I mean, during a course of 3 years, it's literally cost me £10,000. It didn't start off that way. It's the odd fiver here, the odd tenner there. And the background check, actually, is important because I have joined dating agencies whereby they'll say he's XYZ and he's wonderfully sexy and handsome and gorgeous and I've just got to meet this dynamite man. As soon as I meet him, it's a load of rubbish. Whereas I think if they do a background check, at least I'll know that first he's single and that he's available and he's looking, presumably, for somebody 5'8" and brunette, not a petite blonde ballet dancer.
Ron Finch, I mean, well, how you really acquired your wife by mail order. And we all enjoyed watching you on Central Weekend. We have a clip of the film.
No disrespect to present company, but I don't like the word mail order.
No.
But we run our agency of our own, the Orient Connection. All right? Now, if it's called mail order, it's just because as my male members go to the Philippines, but they also contact their girls. That's no different to any dating agency in this country. The only difference is we do interview every man that comes to our agency, and we've turned out over 400 men in 2 years and over 700 women because we don't think they're suitable for what we want, what we're looking for.
On Central Weekend, we saw the two of you. What was it when you came back from the airport? We've got this clip, and here you are. What is it now? What is it? Year?
2 years.
2 years
December,
on.
Yeah.
And where? I think we got. There you are. That's you coming back from the airport.
Where's that?
Where is it? Up there. There we are. We can see.
That's it.
That's you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Kathy. Yeah.
Isn't it?
She looks completely, you know.
It's a feeling, I don't know. It's just a feeling.
Are you going to look after him?
We're going to look after each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have. 2 years later, you have a daughter and
1 year and 1 month.
So
She's
you would
actually a year.
So you would recommend this?
I will, but one thing as I will stipulate, there is agencies out in this just literally to make money. There's agencies that don't invite people to their own home or to their own office and give them tea and coffee. We've got 3 men actually coming tomorrow afternoon that we put up, and they're under no obligation even to join us.
Well, you've had a very good commercial, so we better move along. But what's your attitude? I mean, come on, you've experienced all this. What's your attitude to these dating agencies?
I think that most people are dishonest when they fill out the things. When I actually put 2 adverts in the same publication. One which was very specific and one was general, in case that one didn't work, the other one would. And I advertised in one that I wanted a tall girl, because I'd been dating a little girl who was 4'10", and I got a creak in my back dancing with her. So I asked for a girl who was 5'8" for 6'2", which was one of the reasons that Claire answered she's 5'10" and a half. And I had girls who were 5'2" answer the same ad, paid no attention. I mean, people should be honest. And if someone ugly as I am can get a good wife, why can't anyone else?
Was he honest?
Yes, he was. Yes,
was he?
Yes.
Excuse me, did you say he was fat?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't. He actually, he actually put his weight in it, and I thought that was very odd.
Yes.
And I said to him,
these
why?
are the things I don't tell you.
I said, why? And I said to her, why? I said to him, why have you put You're waiting. I mean, who cares?
That's
And he
honest,
said,
yes.
because I was very fat once and I lost it.
I lost 100 pounds in 20 weeks on a bet.
I mean, he's since put it all back on
And I
again,
put it
but
all back
he
on
He was
again.
actually very honest. At the time I met him, he was
No,
very...
no.
It's right. We don't mind being rude on social media. Anyway,
Men actually do lie about their height.
do they?
Yes,
I
they
don't
do.
mind they lied about the height, but
Yeah.
contrary to what people think, they think that women lie about their age. It's not true. It's the men who lie about their age.
Agreed.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
agreed.
Ordinary gentleman sitting over. Hang on a moment. Yes, sir.
To give an example of how these agencies can be mercenary, like privatised prisons, I have a very dear friend who wrote to the agricultural agency and said he was an up-and-coming farmer and had his own combine harvester, and they wrote back, and the lady asked him to send a photograph of the combine harvester.
Elliot, what are other people? Sir?
Beat the natural way, though.
No,
I mean,
you
it doesn't
can't.
cost you any money to pray to God, to give you the confidence to go out and help.
But there are a lot of lonely people out there.
And-
Do really? Can I just interrupt and say, the lady here, hang on. The lady here, you've just said,
I'm not lonely. I want to
there is a real
But you don't
problem.
want a fat man either, do
No,
you?
don't all shout at once. Yes, madam.
Nobody meets anybody. If you walk down the street, nobody makes eye contact with
No.
you. You don't talk to anybody in lifts or
And
outside.
also there
You're
is-
terrified of walking
Lady
around
next door.
There is a very large problem now with the pace of life, the fact that people are working on social hours, nurses, people are working in very heavy, demanding careers. And most dating agencies, as long as you make sure that you check that they're a member of the ABIA, and it's not a box number, it's not a telephone number, you go and check them out, and you trust in that
And go and
agency
have a
and
look
work
at them.
with
Go
them.
and have an interview
See
with
the
them.
principles.
So that's
Don't
Colette, is this any use to you? I'm really worried about you not being able to get a man.
Well, okay, I started by accident almost a new club called the Manhunt Club because I think the best thing is chemistry. I mean, I always say I want somebody tall, dark and handsome. It ends up somebody's 5'8" and blonde and we just click. We just hit it off for no apparent reason. So I started the Manhunt Club, which is a stylish way to introduce yourself because people don't talk to each other. I have cards which say this is to introduce you in style, and the person receives it through a waiter, a friend, you pretend to drop it. I've written a woman's femininity.
Lady in the purple blouse who's been so quiet during this discussion, that's you. You're turning round now.
That's me.
Is that useful to you? Something
No,
like this?
I would hate to do something like that. I couldn't do it. I'm not a pub or a club anyway, unless it's the golf club or the...
Yes, but you could
Certainly not
be
the
at the
bingo.
golf club and you could
No, I wouldn't.
just...
No, I wouldn't.
You could get
No,
the
I
waiter, you must leave.
She's
though.
not very confident about this.
I wouldn't.
These two, you've had a happy experience. Go on, come on, tell
I'm
us all
sorry
about
to
it.
hear about the people that haven't had quite so happy experiences as we have. But Gary and I joined Dateline, and we met through Dateline. We hit it off the first time. We've had a wonderful time ever since, and we got engaged last week, so...
Not a dry eye in the house. There is hope.
Oh, I know, that's why I continue to do it.
She should come to you, shouldn't she? I mean, I've forgotten your name because I'm so useless, but you've had a most wonderful... Barry, that's right. You've had a wonderful experience, all thanks to your daughter. Go on, let's have some more tears. It's Valentine's
That's
Day.
right.
Tell us what happened.
I run Select Friends, which is an introduction agency based in London.
Yeah, we've all got that plug, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. Get it in. Anyway, my daughter, when she was at school, she was going to go on a French trip. I had a telephone call from the French teacher telling me about the trip. Well, while I was on the phone, I kept on the phone quite a long time. I liked the voice at the other end. I thought that was wonderful.
And
I was widowed, by the way.
I'm not being rude,
Yeah.
but I'm going to have to hurry you up.
Right. I was widowed, and anyway, my wife
You're
went and gave
married.
birth. Yes.
It's all lovely. Colette, I hope it works out for you. Thank you very much for coming along. Who's next? It's you, isn't it? It's Debbie.
No, it's me
Sorry,
over
Debbie, my
here
love.
with some phone reaction. Joy Sinclair from Burton-on-Trent says, if money can buy you love and a man, it can buy you a divorce. Mrs. German from Wolverhampton says, discos are the worst thing to stop the course of true love because no one can hear you. But I just love this one. Nigel Tawning from Grantham says, if Elvis is still alive... no, Elvis is still alive. He's just seen him go past on the horse Shergar. That's it from us for this week. Next week, sentencing. The judges stand trial accused of handing out lenient sentences to sex offenders. If you've got a view on that, write to us at Sentencing, Central Weekend, Birmingham, B1 2JP. Sentencing, Central Weekend, Birmingham, B1 2JP. Sue.
Well, that's all from us in Birmingham and in Memphis. Join us next week for a shorter programme, this time starting...